What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video. And today, y'all know what time it is. It's time for a mock draft. 3 rounds, of course. Starting off with round 1 today, 2 tomorrow, and 3 after that. Of course, if you guys are new, you guys know what that YouTube stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Community is growing. Community is booming. Hit over 2,400 very recently. So very proud of that. Thank you guys so much. And of course, if you guys are new, want to get to know me, links are down in the description. And fun little fact, if you guys are in the mood for a soda that is probably not going to absolutely kill you in the long run, tastes amazing, it's actually healthy for you, just got a new deal with a brand that I absolutely love called Olipop. I'll have my code down in the description. It's Hail Mary in all caps. Get 15% off because that product is amazing. You can ask Broshmo every single time I'm talking to him. I'm drinking it anyway. So I sought after them because I wanted you guys to get a good deal. Regardless, let's get into the video. Let's have a good time. Starting off with the #1 overall pick. The Leones are here, and this is an easy start to the draft. Trey Flowers is probably going to be cut after this year. I believe it says saves $10.4 million in cap, has not been producing anywhere close to what he's been being paid. So KT is the most dominant threat in the game, and he's going to be able to come in, have a Chase Young style impact. Represent Oaks Christian. He's a beast. Love KT. And he's the perfect fit for you guys. Starting off at #2 overall, video I just dropped yesterday. So Eagles fans, I know y'all are coming here. I just dropped a 7-rounder for you yesterday. Of course, if you guys are fans of your own unique teams, I make those 7-rounders all the time. So stick around and you guys can get some more of that great content too. #2 with the Eagles though, I wrestled with this pick a long time, and I think you need a game changer. Looking at the other picks that we have, I think that we'd be willing to accept corner at #6 if it came to that, rather than taking Derek Stingley here. I think that getting the best safety on the board, Kyle Hamilton, is the best value for the pick. Obviously, I'd consider Aiden Hutchinson to Marvin Leal here, but I think the biggest addition to the squad and the best choice for this pick is going to be Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame. Lock it in. I think that he fits a great role. Anthony Harris isn't going to be here. McLeod's also up for a contract. Don't think he's going to stay. And then we have to address the corner because, again, I don't think Steven Nelson's going to return to a team that is going to be picking in the top 7 with their own pick. So thanks to the Dolphins for getting us a free Kyle Hamilton right there. Regardless, #3 overall, got the Texans sitting here on the board. And the question is, where do you go? I mean, personally, I definitely take a hard look at Evan Neal. He's my favorite player in the draft. He's just somebody who's young, raw, and still has so much to grow. And he has already shown how great he could be, extremely athletic. However, I don't think that that's going to be the case. I don't think Evan Neal is the right selection here. I think the right move would be able to re-solidify that defense. Defenses are able to win championships, but they also really help out the offense. And we all know Texans ain't going to be winning any championships anytime soon. Sorry, Texans fans. But I think it's time that you get a game changer. I think it's time that you get somebody who can absolutely wreck offensive lines, somebody who's had a very, very good year this year, and somebody who I have a lot of respect for because I used to think he was mundane. And then you see how much he's taken a big step up this year. Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan, he just feels like a gritty, raw beast of a player. I love Aiden Hutchinson, man. He has proven so damn much. And that's over to Marvin Leal, who I have a big affinity for. I just don't think that the interior defensive line aspect is something that the Texans need to deal with because I know that they'd screw it up and put him right there on the interior. Regardless, #4, the Jets. I think this is a pretty solidified pick right here. Personally, I'd be going Derek Stingley all the way. I mean, you could go a guy like DeMarvin Leal because, again, we do have that pick 8, and you can get a guy like Sauce Gardner, or even at pick. Where's our? I thought we had we don't have a 3rd pick in the 1st. I'm bugging, but I would still look at a guy like Kyrie Elam at that next pick. I'm going to go Derek Stingley though. I think it is the right move, and we're gonna lock it in. Next, #5, the Jaguars. This is a pick I'm going to run straight to the house with. Evan Neal, offensive tackle, Alabama. If the Jags are at #1 overall, I'm going to be taking Evan Neal. Of course, as my screen gets so dark I can't see it. Gotta love that. Evan Neal is an absolutely amazing prospect. I've already told you guys all about him. Get Trevor Lawrence, somebody who can actually protect him. Walker Little is going to be developing over some time. Cam Robinson should not be getting paid the rate that he does because he's on franchise tag. That was a sign of desperation to get somebody who can protect T-Law and just save some cash, dude. Save some cash, get a really high-end player. Evan Neal, Alabama, lock it in. Number 6, you got the Eagles back on the board. And ooh, this is an interesting one, because if I'm the Eagles here, it's like, do I go after DeMarvin Leal because he could be an absolute freak on the edge? Or do I go after a guy like Kyer Elam? Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say go Kyer Elam, but we could get Sauce Gardner at 13. Legitimately. Patriots are probably going to be going wide receiver. I don't think I'm going to get a corner for them unless Kyer Elam is right there. I just don't think that going corner right here is going to be the best move. Plus, Patriots know what they're doing. They're really good at drafting guys later on. So it's a tough one, because I want to just go Kyer Elam and just say, hey, I'm going to forget about having to go with a corner, because I think there is a significant drop off from Kyer Elam, even to Sauce Gardner, who is a beast. Whew, that's a tough one. You are in a 4-3. I think the interior is solidified enough, and I think that the Eagles would just know how to screw it up. They would end up saying screw Milton Williams, and then we're going to put DeMarvin Leal in the interior. So I'm going to go Kyer Elam here, somebody who he is really worth a number 6 overall pick. I do believe that wholeheartedly. He's a beast. Just lock him in, be able to have him take it off for you guys. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, Kyer Elam, he's going to be able to replace Nelson right there. And Steven Nelson's been a beast. I'm a Steelers fan, so I know how good he was for our team. For you guys to get him, it made me feel happy. At least he went to a team that was going to use him, and he's been doing a very, very good job. But Kyer Elam, he's 6'2", about, I think, with 192, or he might even be a little bit heavier than that. 193. Okay, whoop-de-doo. He's young, athletic. He is pretty much the better version of Sauce Gardner. And that's no disrespect to my boy Sauce, because you guys know how much I love him. He's a freak. Big fan of Kyer Elam. Let's stick to it. Let's make sure that our secondary is taken care of, because the defensive front, that's variable. We can bring back dudes. We also have enough dudes in rotation to be okay. I think that getting a corner is paramount. So number 7, you got the Giants, and this fell right into our laps. DeMarvin Leal, a Texas A&M edge. He's not interior defensive line. He could, but I think he's an edge at heart. 290 pounds, plays like he's 260, extremely athletic. Big fan of him. Got some haters down in the chat for him, but I honestly don't give a damn. He's an absolute monster, and I'm a huge, huge fan of my boy DeMarvin Leal. So number 8, gotta love. You guys probably didn't hear that, because thank God, I actually have a nice mic now. But trains are going off in the background. Number 8 with the Jets again. Honestly, this is a good trade back spot. I can see Tyler Linderbaum being a good pick here, but I'm looking at teams that would probably draft him. 10, I'd consider it legitimately. I'd consider it 10, but there are teams that would probably want to move up into this, but I can't really see a team like the Steelers moving up 10 spots right there up into the top 8. Like that's a really, really tough move to see happening. Obviously, if DeMarvin Leal were still here, I would consider moving up with the Eagles. Just not the case. We already got a corner. I'm not going to be going after Carl Loftus at this stage. I will be considering Tyler Linderbaum, though, because that center guard spot in the right side is pretty iffy. And that is something that we definitely need to address, because I think the tackle situation's okay enough. I think if you get a guy who has that tackle guard versatility, that could be something that works out for you. But you know what? We're going to do it. He is a top 5 player on my board. Tyler Linderbaum is a perfect fit. You guys might say it's a little bit too high. I say it's not high enough. He may be 290 pounds, but dude, every single snap, this guy's a difference maker. I legit think by the time of the draft, this guy will be in this top 10 consideration. If the Bengals were sitting at number 6 overall or number 5, I would still think about taking Tyler Linderbaum to him. That's how much I love him. So Jets fans, don't go crazy. He is number 15 on the board anyway, so it's not that crazy. But on my board, he is top 5. Of course, can't put my big board in here yet because TDN is lovely and does not want to allow us to do that. Regardless, number 9, Washington football team. Yeah, I think we all know where we're going with this one. Malik Willis has the most upside. This is a team that you probably need to hit with the upside at this point in the draft. I would consider going offensive line here, but legitimately, I don't think that that's the right move. I think getting a guy with an extremely high ceiling, Malik Willis, who is my quarterback too, solely because it's Liberty, but I think that he has the most upside out of it coming from me, who I know Matt. Like, Matt is a really good guy, really good quarterback. Malik has a different upside than Matt even has. So Malik Willis out of Liberty. Take him, enjoy him. Cheers, Washington. Number 10, Dolphins. Dolphins, this is, I believe, the 49ers pick. Yeah, y'all messed up. You guys messed up. You guys could have had like a 5-star prospect right here, but you didn't, which kind of sucks. I would be looking probably this is another tough one, man. I would consider definitely trading out here with a team to move up for a quarterback. You do have teams like Denver here that would be considering a quarterback as well. So I don't think that this is a terrible spot. Top 10, it's hard to trade up into, but I want to see if I could field offers, because for me, the needs just aren't met right now. Like Chris Olave could be a pretty good option. I just don't think Tua is the type of guy. I don't know if Tua is even going to be there for one, but I don't know if Tua is the guy who'd want a guy like Chris Olave. I know Garrett Wilson would be a really good addition to the team. Just not at number 10 overall. I just don't think the receiver class is that talented enough to be able to justify it. So I'm, of course, having the Steelers try to move up here. Let's test out the value. Let's see what happens. Obviously, I want to see how the pick situation. So they already have another first rounder in the year following. That's a good sign. However, they still got screwed over. Let's see if like maybe a next year one as well will be able to push it through. So 2 1s, I think that's pretty fair. You know, the Steelers traded a 1-2 and a next, or 1-3 and a next year 2, or no, a 1-2 next year 3 to move up from 20 to, I believe, 10. So I think a 1-1 is perfectly fine. Obviously, we can test out that 1-2, and then we could test up that like 3rd round pick, and it'd work. Obviously, just seeing, hey, what can we do? I'll probably go with that once. We're gonna try to get a 5th rounder in return. You know, just see the vibe right now, and we get that through. And this is going to be Matt Corral. I just don't know why people hate on Matt. He is a really, really damn good quarterback. He fits what the Steelers are looking for. You know, we've had guys who throw 6 interceptions at quarterback since like 2000. So I don't really think that Matt's downside can really be much of a surprise to Steelers fans, but his upside surely could be. Number 11, we got the Patriots. Patriots, y'all sitting here, and I think wide receiver is the best move. Garrett Wilson is the perfect guy for you. Again, it's perfect. Mac and cheese is going to be able to have somebody who's really good after the catch, solid separator, really good speed, and he also can do pretty good at the point of catch. So I like that quite a bit. I think he's a very good addition to the team. Number 12, the Broncos are sitting here, and this is a tough one for me to go quarterback at this spot. The number 12, I still don't think that Sam Howell is that bad. I think that if they took him here at a 12, that'd be perfectly fine. But it's a bit rich for me. I would still be looking for a team to move up, a team like similar to the Giants. Giants, I can see them trying to move up. Eagles, obviously, they don't need to move up that much. But I'm surprised the Falcons are where they are. That is legitimately surprising. Of course, I hate the fact that this thing continues to darken my screen every time I try to see something. But wow, like I'm shocked that the Falcons are ahead of the Chiefs right now. It's just so funny to me. But still, I'm going to be looking right here for a trade up with the Giants to be able to get a high-end offensive lineman. You know, a team like the Panthers also could be looking for a quarterback too. That's a tough one, because I know the Broncos should probably go quarterback here then. Because I know the Panthers are going to be taking one. If they don't take Sam Howell here, he's going to be gone by 14. So that is going to be a little bit of a tough one for me to say that I need to move out of this pick, because I know the Panthers are going to want to get a quarterback. Fortunately, they're not going to get a quarterback because Sam Howell is going to be going here at number 12 overall. I think he is worth that pick. Again, I don't think he's that bad. I just would rather have gotten better value for him. Still, he is a guy who has an extreme upside, really good mechanics, lost to everybody. He lost in a 5-star, like amazing team, one of the best teams of all time. So it's kind of tough for me to say, hey, he's not performing as well. Well, no shit. I mean, the poor guy doesn't have anything. So we're going to stick to it. With the Eagles sitting here, I'd also have considered Sam Howell for the Eagles, but I think this is a good spot to look at edge as well. However, I don't really see a team threatening about edge until pick 17. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to move back a little bit. There are teams in front that are going to be like, I only can't see looking for an edge at this point. They need help, but I can't see any other team wanting to move up. ahead of the Chiefs and the Falcons. So for me, I think I'm going to stick here. I think this is an excellent fit. Did this on my mock draft, so spoiler alert. But George Karlaftis is a great fit. He's going to be perfect. His upside's unbelievable. Talent-wise, on its own, if you just take talent away from all the other aspects of it, basically injuries, he is probably a top 5 to 6 player. He gets triple teamed in the Big Ten. That should just tell you enough. So big fan of George Karlaftis here. He's going to be able to replace that Brandon Graham role, obviously, where Derek Barnett is as well. George Karlaftis is a freak. He's a beast. Stick him there. Number 14, we got the Carolina Panthers. And I think that offensive line situation looks terrible. Yes, 100%. I agree that Sam Darnold needs to get replaced. I've always been on that train since day one. Apart from when he came here to Carolina, I was actually having a little bit of hope. I just don't think a tackle is worth this spot. So I am actually going to be trading back. And there are some really high-end corners on the board for teams that would be wanting to get one. One of which is Atlanta, which can't trade with them because they're in the same division. But there are teams that do want him that would want him. I'm looking right here. The Vikings is a really good trade-up partner. I think that would be probably the most logical idea is just, hey, let's move ahead of a team like the Chiefs, like the Falcons that do need secondary help. I think it's the right move. So let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's move up with the Vikings, and the Panthers can then move back, get some good value, and then be able to select a high-end player. So we're going to send a third, and we're going to ask actually for a fourth in return, but we're going to toss in we could toss in a next year 4 as well. Let's toss in a next year 4. Then it makes it a little bit fair. You guys are getting your 4 back, but they're also moving back up into the 3rd round. So the Panthers are going to be seen again. Number 14 with the Vikings, we are going to be going Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati. Was it unnecessary? Maybe. Yes. However, I still think the Vikings got a really damn good deal out of it. You're only giving up a 3rd round pick to move up from here all the way up to 14, and you're able to get a top 10 player, in my opinion. I think it's worth it. Number 15. This is a great pick for me. In my eyes, I think you got to go with this upside right now. Darian Kinnard. Kenyon Green's an absolute freak. I think he's an actual true left tackle. By the way, I'm going to be taking him probably for the Panthers. That's why I didn't want to take him at this point, just because you don't know if he's going to work out as a tackle. Or Ikem. Ikem is a great left tackle as well. Darian Kinnard is the only guy who plays right. Your left tackle is filled up with Andrew Thomas. He plays right tackle at a very high level right now. Still is really raw, but you can use him at guard where Shane Lemieux should not be starting in the first place, and be able to work him there until he progresses enough to move to tackle. I think it's a very good long-term option. It's also a very Gettleman option. Big fan of Darian Kinnard here. Man, this is a kick-ass draft. I love drafting Darian Kinnard to you guys. Number 16, you got the Chiefs. So yeah, y'all been not doing too hot recently. A little bit annoying because I was hoping that you guys would just start kicking ass. I'm looking at guys like Zach Harrison as a really good option at this point. 268. He's a big ass man. Track star as well, which is pretty surprising. You need something on the defense. This is not going to be wide receiver. This needs to be a defensive pick. Linebacker is not worth it at this point. Also, I don't think linebacker is your biggest need. Safety wise, I could look after a guy like Jordan Battle. 100%. Brandon Joseph could be a sneaky guy if you guys can get him to lose his weight and get back to 2020 for him. I think edge is actually the right move. And I know y'all like big ass edge players. So I think Zach Harrison is the most logical choice. He's not as heavy as I'm looking at actually Kingsley Enagbare, seeing how heavy he is. He is 265. So I think it's more fair to say that Kingsley Enagbare is going to get a little bit more hype than Zach Harrison, even though Zach Harrison's a freak. I think that we got to put some respect on Kingsley's name. He is close to that 270 mark. I think he can put on a little bit more weight just to impress the Chiefs, and I think that's a perfect spag guy. Number 17, we got the Falcons. Falcons, unfortunately, I want to get you guys Sauce Gardner. It hurts me a little bit. However, we still got 2 high-end corners right here, not to mention good edge players. So I don't think all is lost. I really don't. I think that this could be a really good place to be, hey, you know what? Andrew Booth, he has a lot of talent. I think he can work really well. Obviously, we've already taken corner in the first round from Clemson, AJ Terrell, and he's been working out pretty well. Trent McDuffie is another guy who'd be a really good fit. I actually don't like his height that much. Obviously, it's a 1-inch difference, but that can be the difference in the NFL. I think also the upside for Booth is a bit better. Man, I think this is worth it. You guys can push back on it. I think Andrew Booth provides excellent upside, especially at 17. His athleticism's off the charts. I just didn't like that much about Trent McDuffie solely because he felt more like a jack of all trades than really a master of anything. He's more like jack of all trades, master of none. So that's where I'm going right there. 18 with the Dolphins. Dolphins. I mean, I'd be considering going after Nakobe Dean at this point. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Honestly, he's really good at blitzing as well. You can use him in as like a potential edge in blitz packages. Don't think he's an actual edge, for the record. I think that he'd actually be a really fun option for this team. I think he would. I know by pick 25, he's going to be gone. Nakobe is going to be definitely gone by 25. But you know what? I think this is a fun one. Let's go to Kobe Dean. I've never done that before. It just popped across my head as a really good option. So we're going to do it. This pick for the Carolina Panthers is going to be actually Ikem Ekwonu. You need a left tackle, but you also need a dude who can play at guard. I think Ikem you guys are probably going to be a little bit more focused at that left tackle spot more than anything. Because again, that is the most valuable position on the offensive line and arguably apart from quarterback on the offense. So let's get Ikem Ekwonu here. He is up there. He could be my tackle too by when all is said and done. But yeah, cheers to Ikem. He's doing a really good job. Number 20, we got the Brownies. Brownies, I think that Jadeveon's going to stay. I really do. However, I'd be looking for a quarterback. Don't know if this is the time to take one, but it very well might be. So let's keep that in mind. I think that we could go in the second round with Tanner McKee more than anything. He's probably going to return, to be honest. It's going to be tough not to take Tanner McKee here. But I think that we could look at the interior defensive line at a guy like Jordan Davis, who's an absolute wrecker in the middle. I think the value is a little bit too good. I don't think they pull a trigger on a quarterback at number 20 overall. Again, you're getting quarterback 4 or 5 on most people's boards. So Jordan Davis out of Georgia, that's going to be a nasty interior. I absolutely love that. So cheers to Jordan Davis. Cheers to the Browns. Number 21, we got the Buffalo Bills. Bills, where do we go with you guys? I think corner is definitely a position I want to surefire up. I think that would be the best move right now. Trent McDuffie out of Washington is still here. You need to get that cornerback 2 spot filled. And now you have Tre'Davious White and Trent McDuffie. It's a pretty damn good squad. Number 22, we got the Chargers. Chargers, I think going after an edge is probably the best option for you. I think Uchenna Nwosu needs to be replaced. And whether that's Nick Bonito or Adam Anderson, you choose. But I love my boy Adam Anderson, and this is more of a must pick for me than anything. Before I pull the trigger, though, I will say we do need a guard spot. And Kenyon Green can play tackle. Granted, it was left tackle, and we don't need that. But there is actually a really big drop-off after this. Ooh, we're going to do it. We're getting Kenyon Green. I think that him playing as a guard is going to be a really good addition to this team, and he can play tackle as well. Played left tackle excellently, so I hope that he can actually transition to right and be more comfortable over time. He just has a lot of upside, and I think you have to take that at this point. The edge class is really deep. You can get another one in the next round. Offensive line, not so much. So next we got number 23 with the Saints, and y'all know who's on the board. Chris Olave. He's a monster. Really good addition to this team. You need a deep threat. You need somebody that Jameis can throw to deep that doesn't run a 4.7. Chris Olave is your guy. Number 24, we got the Cowboys, and we are not going edge because Randy Gregory is going off this year. He's going to be getting a big contract because that is what Jerry Jones does. I think safety is a good position to look at. You got a lot of dudes on 1-year contracts. Wide receiver, I don't really feel like wide receiver or tight end are really the options. If Kenyon Green were still here, though, I would consider taking him. Again, he has that left tackle versatility, not to mention right tackle, but of course, Teron Armstead. Just sometimes it's not Teron Armstead. That's for the Saints. I'm bugging. Tyron Smith can't stay healthy. So that'd be a really good addition to the team. Not here. So I think that a really good spot to go would be safety. And I think the best safety on the board is going to be Jordan Battle. He got toasted twice, but I think that that's okay. You can deal with a little bit here, a little bit there for a guy who's been absolutely dominant for Alabama all year long. Jordan Battle, Alabama, lock it in. Number 25, we got the Titans. I don't know how the hell you're doing it, but you're doing it. I think that probably going linebacker is just the option that we got to go here. And they're in such a win mode that I think that we're going to turn off sound for now. We're going to go with a guy with some more years on him, but he's definitely the best day one impact. Devin Lloyd out of Utah. This team's trying to win Super Bowls, man. I'm telling you, you need to win while you have Derrick Henry, and then obviously Ryan Tannehill ain't getting any younger either. So Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Utah, lock it in. Number 26, Bengals. I think that the right move would be to get a right tackle. Nicholas Petit-Frere is playing left right now at a very high level for Ohio State. However, he's played right as well, and I think that he's a really good fit. He's playing lights out football, getting a much better anchor. I think he's the right move for this team, and I absolutely know that my boy B. Gill down in the comment section will 100% agree. That's a good pick. You guys are on fire, so again, tip the cap to the Bengals for being able to kick ass, and mainly to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Number 27, we got the Bucks. What do we do with you? It's usually just like best player available at this point, and I just don't really like any of these guys for him, so it's a little bit weird. However, I think going after a guy in the secondary would be the best option, and I think that getting a guy like Jalen Catalon would be the best choice for him. He's very rangy, a very good safety. I think that he wouldn't compete too much with what they already have there. Jalen Catalon has unbelievable speed when it comes to him. He's a missile. I think you can take him, take it to the bank. He is a freak of nature. I love Jalen Catalon. I know you guys do too. Number 28, you got the Lions. Oh, it might be time for a new quarterback, guys. It really might. Like I know that we need to get one. However, linebacker is such a need too. Like Brandon Smith as well as Christian Harris are here. We do need to get receiver though. I'm looking at teams that would take a linebacker. Like maybe I just don't really see any of these teams actually going after the linebackers I'd be looking for. So I can see teams that would take wide receivers. I think going after a guy like Treylon Burks would be a really good option here. Lock it in. Treylon Burks, Arkansas. Have some fun. You need a guy who can catch the ball. Maybe not always a guy that can separate. Drake London's another really, really good option. I just think you want to take the guy with the most upside. Number 29, we got the Raiders. I think the best option is to start looking at another tackle. Sean Ryan is a perfect fit. Obviously, we can look at corner as well. To be fair, Darian Kendrick's worth this pick. I'm going to take him. They've taken guys with personality issues before, and I think that he's an excellent fit for the team. Put Darian Kendrick on the squad, be able to relax and have a good day. 30, we got the Packers. We need to get a receiver. Going Drake London, USC. I love his upside. He's an absolute beast, and he can be a true number one wide receiver, similar to Treylon Burks. Number 31 with the Ravens. I think that going offensive line might be the best move, and I want to go with somebody who is extremely athletic. I don't like the idea of this because I root for a team in the division, but Trevor Penning has crazy athleticism. He's a mauler. I think he'd be a great fit if you move him to right tackle. Just there's no more true right tackles on the board. So we're going to be going Trevor Penning for the upside. And last but not least, we got the Cards. What are we going to be doing? We are going to be looking at an edge player right here. You could look at Adam Anderson or Nick Bonito. You could look at Brent Cox as well. I think that Adam Anderson has way too much upside. Might not be the exact fit that you guys are looking for, but I think it's the best value you could be seeking. So that's going to be the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I'll see you tomorrow for round 2. See you on the far side. Peace.